use a crystal wand. Hi, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com, and if you're new to the channel and you want to find out more about Wicca and witchcraft, hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss anything. This video is about how to use a crystal wand, or a wand that has either is all gemstone or it has gemstones in it, particularly on the point and at the other end. So traditionally in Wicca, we use wands. We tend to use wooden wands, although in other traditions, the wand may also be wooden, but it may have some copper running through it. But generally in Wicca, we will use a wooden wand for magic and also for circle. From probably around the late 80s to the 90s, crystal wands started becoming more popular, and now you'll probably find crystal wands everywhere. Personally, I prefer to use a wooden wand for traditional circle work and magic work, unless I'm specifically wanting to work with specific energy of a specific gemstone. Because when it comes to gemstones, you are getting energy that is particular to the gemstone that you're working with. So you want to know what that energy is, and you want to know what that energy does. So for me, working with gemstones is more about using them perhaps in magic, if I'm wanting that energy of the gemstone, and in healing, rather than working in a circle with the wand and the more traditional uses of the wand in Wicca. So this is a very small wand. It's got quartz crystal, clear quartz point, and there's a ball at the other end. So when it comes to gemstones, size matters. The size of the gemstone, when you're just working with the gemstone by itself, is going to determine its reach, so to speak. So this is only a tiny little point here. So if I was just going to use this crystal wand by itself, say for example I was using it on my throat to clear out the throat chakra, or to help with maybe a sore throat, then I would be working with it quite close up and very, 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 very specific to a position on the body, because it's a very small tip. The energy itself from the crystal by itself isn't necessarily going to be emanating too much out of here because of the size of the crystal. If I'm going to add my own energy to this to project more energy out so that I can cover a bigger space with energy, then I would need to either channel Reiki, if I've had a Reiki attunement, through into to the wand and out, or gather up the Heka or the Chi, whatever you want to call it, and project that through the wand out through the tip of the crystal. It depends on what you want to do. Now, I have to use the disclaimer and say that if you do have a medical condition, then you do need to see a professional and get professional treatment for your condition. And you can use this crystal wand or any form of energetic healing as a support for treatment that you are already receiving from a professional. So crystals will not hurt you if they're used correctly. They generally are just sending out energy. With a quartz crystal, with a selenite crystal, you can actually use these to remove negative energy. So if there's a blockage of energy in your throat and you're wanting to move it, because maybe you've got a sore throat, maybe you've got tonsillitis, maybe you've got laryngitis or something, you can use the point. So if you're using the crystal by itself without putting your own energy into it, you would just move it away. So you're moving it out, and you're working in the etheric energy. Okay, you're not working with necessarily with the aura, you're working with the etheric when you're working with the body. So you're just moving it away and out. Okay, so you're just releasing and breaking up that negative energy. If you're wanting to give it more oomph and use Chi or Reiki, then you would put the ball, the palm of your hand, so that you're able to channel the energy through your palm of your hand and then out through the crystal wand. And then you would do the same. So particularly if you're working with somebody else, you can just give more energy, more channeled energy, and also intent through your wand to help with the healing process. And it's really just a matter of knowing where you're going, what part of the body needs healing, and then breaking up the energy. And if you're working with different types of gemstones that have particular qualities, you may want to channel the energy itself of the gemstone into that particular part of the body. And you would definitely do that through holding the ball part, channeling it, putting your palm, channeling the energy through your palm and your intent through the palm of your hand out into the wand to then be projected to wherever it is you're wanting to project it to. So that's some of the ways that you can use a crystal wand for healing. And healing's it's a traditional part of the craft. It's part of what people did. They were healers. Witches were healers. Witches were midwives. Witches were the ones people would come to for their psychological issues. They were counselors. They were all sorts of things to do with emotional healing, mental healing, psychic healing, spiritual healing, and physical healing, because we know how to use energy. We work with energy. And the place that we start when we're working with our energy is working with our own energy and building energy and learning how to play and manipulate energy so that then we can use that in our magic and our healing, and then further on connecting that energy to the energy of the deities as well. And this is something that I teach in the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy, is how to work with energy, how to work with your own energy and use that to be able to become more connected to yourself, to your own ability as a healer, as a projector of energy, as a witch, as somebody who can use energy and change the space around yourselves and bring a lot more positive things into your life simply by understanding the uses of energy and how you can direct it with your intent and with your imagination. So for the first half of the Mystery Witch School Academy, we focus a lot on energy work, and then from about Module 8 onwards, because it's a 12-month course, we start working with the deities. So if you're interested in the Mystery Witch School Academy because you're wanting to study witchcraft and Wicca, but you don't know where to start, you don't know what you need to know, and you don't know how to pace yourself when it comes to your learning, check out the link in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and enjoy your crystal wand if you've got one, and place any comments that you have about your own healing experiences or any questions that you might have in the comments field below. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you on the next video. Blessed be.